Hi again. So we're going to learn today is the creating a template on DigiSign. Uh, so we'll first click on DigiSign where all the signatures happen. And here we have four different categories. We want to click on templates. And here is where we can create a new template, which will be for buyers, right? Um, so we could give it a name, buyer. Let's say I want to have two buyers. Um, Description is all docs that two buyers will sign. What did I do? Here, whatever we put in the subject and the message, this is what the buyer will read.
Okay.
So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write standard NYS forms and disclosures. That's all I put. I don't put in anything else. And my standard message is please read and sign Shiv. I
All right.
don't put anything else.
So let me ask you, Shiv, at this point.
Mhm.
So this is for two buyers.
So if there are two buyers that are buying a property, like husband and wife,
Right.
like a couple, right? So that's the initial template that we're going to build. So I can change this to couple.
Okay. And then they will each receive their emails from you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now basically I put in the subject, which is what they're gonna see. Everything on here is what you're gonna see. So the description, if you want to understand what all different documents are in there, like for example, I'll give you an example of New York State, right? In New York State, there's 3 additional documents based on the county you're in.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're in NYC, there's gonna be 4 more paperwork we need to get signed compared to Long Island, where it's 2 extra documents, where it's Westchester or Rockland, it's only 1. So that's why I say maybe your MLS has that. So you could say couple buying in Newark versus Newark versus Atlantic, like somewhere down Ocean County or whatever. You understand what I mean, right? So
Yep.
based on that, for your own sanity, you want to put in whatever, like Newark, and let's say it has whatever documents you want, then you upload only those documents to this file, and then that's how you create multiple templates. And based on the county or the town or the city, village, there that particular template applies to, you'll be easily able to send it.
Okay.
Right? That's what I do in New York. Anything NYC, I have a different set of documents versus NYS. NYS is few documents less. So I manage it according to that, and that's what I write here to make it easy for me to remember which documents just to send them out.
Okay.
Okay. And hi, Jesse.
Hi, hi. I'm so
Awesome.
sorry. I'm late.
It's okay. It's okay. So here, let's say what I would want to do here now is upload all the documents one time, right? So let's just say I'm going to upload this. I have a new listing documents. All of them are already in one folder that I preset it. So now I don't have to go look for documents. I can just click one shot, upload all of them into the thing, right? But there's some in here I don't need. So what I'll do is I'll hold control and I'll say I want this affiliate business, bed bug. Do you guys have COVID screening? Lead best paint. Um, so fair housing, lead sprinkler, listing, NYC. So all of these, I'll put everything else. I'm gonna not put the extension in there and the agent completion, right? I don't need that. So let's say these are all the standard documents the buyer needs to sign. Now they're all uploaded in a template. Now we're going to go ahead and start issuing roles to people that are going to be signing. So let's start with the purchaser, because this is a buyer's document we're creating. Save. Then you're going to add another purchaser because we said it's going to be 2. Right? Save. Then we also want to give ourselves, me, if there's any pockets that you want to enter, like the address or any such field, right? Because there are documents in here that EXP wants, like the affiliate business, the COVID screening, where you need to put in some of the information yourself, right? So I'll choose me. Now we'll go to the next step. Now in this scenario, if there are many other roles that you need to add in, where you need another agent or an escrow or an attorney, you could choose from here.
And you can even pick others if you want.
Yes.
Okay.
A role is required. I choose other and I could go next. Okay. I'll just use these 3 for now. Okay. Then we'll click on next. Now, this is where we're going to choose where every signature is going to go one time, and we should be all set. So this is the part where you click on signature. Because we're dealing with buyers, we're going to choose the first buyer here. And I click again and I choose the second buyer here. And all I have to do is click from the drop down and change it to purchaser number 2.
All right. So at this point, that purchase number 1 and purchase number 2, we have not put their names or emails yet.
Yes, we're going to get to that.
Okay.
Let's go through this document. First, let me show you everything that you would want to do, including your own self. You saw there's 2 buyers, and there's 2 buyers and 1 is you, right? That 1 is me. So now I'm going to go to date sign and I'm going to give this 1 and 2, and I'm going to make sure that these matches exactly who is signing, right? Then I go to the next one. Let's say I need somebody to initial here. Then I'm going to have the initial section, and I'm going to have them P1 and just change it to P2. And that's how we're going to continue to go through the process. So purchaser 1 and 2. Date sign, this is 2. This will be 1. Now,
so Shiv, when they sign it, does it say what time they signed it? Like they stamp it or no?
Yeah, the DocuSign does have a stamp.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, once I go through this process, I'm going to choose 2 volunteers. One is going to be John, you, and Rena. I'm going to send you this email making you purchaser 1 and purchaser 2, and let's see the end result, how it's going to be.
Okay.
Okay. And here I'm going to leave this part empty. But here, if you want to enter the physical address, you click on writable and you put it in there, and then I'll just make it me to write something in there. 100%, I don't give writing capabilities to whoever's signing because they don't know how the system works. Anything physically that needs to be written, like the address or an email address in a special field or a phone number, I take it upon to myself to do it.
Right.
Just saving you a little bit of a headache.
So that's like adding a text. The writable is a text.
Yes. I'm going to show you when we go through this process at the end, you're going to see how the writable is going to come in to play, especially if you have like special terms you're writing.
Right.
Somebody's saying, I'm going to waive the appraisal or the inspection, whatever it might be, where you want to write a special statement and have them initial, you can go ahead and do that. This is the fair housing. So I would need their full name here. Another thing that this signature part does is, if you remember, see, I'm going to pick 10 and 2. And when I choose one of these categories, date, time, date, sign, it's going to choose the last one I chose. So watch this. I'm gonna put, did we put the full name? Now we're gonna put the signature in here. See now how we put tenant one, and then it's gonna do tenant two right there.
And, okay, and just change that.
Yeah. Now agency disclosure, obviously you need this
Mhm.
provided by full name. It's gonna be me. Company, now you need that writable, right? And then buyer's agent, let's get them to initial here. P1, P2, and we need their full name. Like anytime you feel like I'm going a little too fast, just stop me.
So while you're doing this, let's say you finish this up without putting any names or emails. Can
Mhm.
you save this file as your templates?
Yes,
Okay.
I can save it right here and then come back to work on it. I don't need to finish it right now.
But what I'm saying is, can you save this template as your standard template so you can use for the next transaction for the next buyer?
Yes, yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna
Alright.
do. Once we finish this, we're gonna do the signature, and then we'll go. I'll show you to rinse and repeat.
Okay. Jesse, just letting you know, we're recording this, so you can always watch this again, Jesse.
So tenant two. Do you have a fair housing disclosure that you have to do in Jersey?
We do have a discrimination disclosure that we have to get signed.
Do you have like a brochure too that they have to sign? I mean, they have to read, or you have to send that brochure with the email signature or something?
Not a brochure. It's just like 3 pages of a disclosure handout from New Jersey State.
Yeah, see, that's what I do. What I do standard is a cool thing. This is like what I do is everything that they're signing,
Mhm.
I put this fair housing disclosure that they want us to share with them the first time we talk to them. So I just put it in my forms. There's no signature or initial needed on it, but at least it's like I have sent it multiple times over.
Right.
It's pretty sensitive. So agent here, they need my full name. I'm going to put that in there. This is the COVID disclosure. Again, same thing we're going to do is purchaser 1, 2, date signed, full name, and full name. 2. And the lead paint initial 2, 2, 1, 1. Signature. So here, again, we're going to need the writable because the address,
Mhm.
phone number, email address, and then you need their signature. And the last but not least, oh yeah, writable is me.
Mhm.
Let's say one of these qualify, this is going to be for the landlord to apply, but I'll just show you tenant signature at the end. To date sign, date sign. 1. Now, again, this is the affiliate business. So this, you would want to be the one writing here. Date and time. And then have them sign it. Signature, one. So we just ran through this all the documents one time for 2 buyers, including ourselves, where we're going to put some writables of the address, email address, or phone number, whatever it might be. And we ran through that whole thing. These are all the sections we need them to sign, initial, everything. Just make sure of it. Once you're confident that it's good to go, all you're going to do is save this and move forward. Let me show you that. Everything is signed. Yep, checked off, good to go. Then we're going to click save. There you go. Now in templates, we're going to see our 2 buyers, couple in Newark. So when I hit this, so when you generally come to, I'm going to show you where you're going to find it. When you click on DigiSync sign and come to this page, you have to click on templates to find the template that you just created. See, 2 tenants is shown here. Now, all you have to do is click on this envelope. Okay. And if you already have a property, that's one of your listings that you're doing this for, you could choose that, or you could just go with no property. If you already have your listings entered in, you'll be able to choose.
You just
You see
select
that
the
template?
property.
Yeah. Right here. This is already here, the template. I'm going to click next. And let's get your email addresses. Da, 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 da. All right. So and Rina, I don't have your, do
We
I?
just chatted.
Oh, you sent it in the chat?
Yep.
You're a step ahead. I like that.
She's smart. She's
Agreed.
smart. She's smarter than me and smarter than you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I can tell already. So you see now I added both. It's going to let me click next. If I don't have anything missing, this won't let me go forward
I see.
Oh,
because I chose what?
Right.
Now, I'll tell you a trick. I can actually remove the second person now and send it as a single signer. But I cannot do the opposite. From a single signer, I cannot create 2 signers. But from a 2 signer, I can do a single signer. You understand?
Oh, I see.
Okay. Now I'm going to go next. If you want to verify, you can go ahead and do that. But if you see these blue pen marks here, that means all these pages have signatures. And another thing you want to always remember, if you choose somebody to sign something, okay, this is very important. If you choose somebody to sign, if you check off somebody in this document here, in this page here, the signing order, if you choose one person to sign, they always have to have a page to sign. Did I make sense?
Repeat that? Can you repeat that?
Yes. So let's say, Okay. Now, you see, I can't send this document.
Oh, I see.
You know why? All I need to do is add, because I chose the attorney, I need to add an attorney to sign at least on one page on anywhere in the document for me to get that send to go.
I see.
I'm saving you some headaches.
But let's say you add that signature, but do you have to share everyone at the same time?
Yes.
You do.
Whoever is all listed in here, all these people will get that all documents one shot.
I see.
You cannot pick and choose. So let's go through the process. So we go next, and I'm going to say send.
Mhm.
Remember, we preset this information.
Okay.
And I'm going to send for signature.
Okay.
It's going to ask me to sign now. I'm sorry, did I do something? Were you going to ask me something?
I can ask that later. Let's finish this process.
Okay, I go to start. Now I'm going to see writable. I'm going to put 1 Main Street, New York, 1001.
All right. Now I got an email from you saying review and sign.
Uh-huh.
While you're typing that, do I see your typing as I'm signing it?
I sent you the doc. Now I'm just putting in the addresses.
All right, but the address should have been there before you sent an email out. Yes or no?
Definitely. I understand. But what will happen is if the address is something that constantly changes, that's all I'm putting in there. I'm not changing anything about the document other than inputting the address. Okay, so when you send it, I would say that's what I do. You're looking at it right away. I copy the address, and before even you know, EXP Realty, I put the address, phone number, 123, and then yahoo@yahoo.com. I mean, I'll go through this process quick. And or you could tell your client, hey, listen, I'm gonna just put the addresses in there. Give me 5 minutes. Don't sign it the minute I send it to you. I'm just gonna quickly just give him a heads up. I'm gonna send you the docs. Or if you already have the docs preset, but the documents always change. The address always changes. The address is not something that's standard.
Right.
Now go ahead and sign.
So what page did you add a text? Was it
There was few pages. And I can click here on the completed and sent. You see here, I can see sent. And this is the first one, John Lee and Rena. And I can click here on history and it'll tell me where we stand so far. So John Lee, you've agreed to the consumer disclosure, but you haven't started signing. Rena agreed and she's hasn't chosen a signature, right? Accepted. You, John Lee, has chosen a signature. You see all these details, and I'll just refresh.
Yeah, I refresh my screen and I see your text on the documents now.
Yep.
So, okay, I see. I can only see my section. I can click and initial.
Yep. You won't be able to see the other signer till you're done signing, and then finally you'll be able to see everybody sign documents.
I purposely picked Rena's spot for initial. Actually, it worked.
For you?
There was a 2 spot for the initial. Oh, maybe you didn't change.
I didn't.
Okay.
That's not possible. You're telling us that DocuSign is messed up. Rena finished her envelope. Look at this. It gives me an update right here. Rena is done signing, waiting for John Lee. And if John doesn't sign immediately, you know what I do? I go to this thing, the tool, and I say resend. Now, this is a cool feature here too. How many times have we done instead of yahoo.com, we'll type gmail.com, right? So if your client tells you they did not receive it, all you have to do is come to this tool and change the email address here. You can
Wow.
still do it and hit resend. Okay, if you ever made a mistake on the email address, you could change it here before they sign it and just do it, update it and resend it. Got it?
Yep.
So I'm gonna refresh my screen.
Yeah, before you go to next. So
in sent, watch this real quick. In sent, you're not there anymore. I'm gonna come to completed and you're all right here. And this is DigiSign verified, and you have the date and the signatures. No timestamp is being done. Now if you want the timestamp, there you go. It creates a complete certificate of your IP. Cool.
yes, so after you create a template, I know we didn't pick any property for this example, right?
Right.
Because we didn't have anything on SkySlope.
Yeah, you have to create a listing in SkySlope or create a transaction with that property, and then it'll give you a choice to choose that property.
Okay, listing or transaction, and you
Yeah.
pick the property.
Yeah.
So you can do that. Just pick the property from that listing or transaction, and it will work together within that property address.
Yes.
Right. So we're done as a buyer. Let's say we want to send this to, let's say there was another buyer. Daughter or son actually is a part of the property owner. Later on, we find out. Can we use this PDF file to add another person as a buyer later on?
Yeah, absolutely. You just would download this.
Or download it as a PDF?
And then you would do the manual process.
Okay.
You know, you will manually process that application. Or generally what I would do in a situation like that, I have this from the 2 buyers already signed.
Right.
And if a 3rd buyer comes in, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go to the template. I'm going to push out the template as a single buyer, and it's just 2 different set of sheets. You know, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to click no property. And now let's just say we're going to add Jesse to this, who came in. I'm just going to remove this 1 recipient, and I'm just going to add Jesse to this. Do I have his email address?
HJC.
Got it.
Oh, can I repeat typing? Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to send it, and look at this one. It's only 1 person now.
And it's going to merge? No, okay.
It's not going to merge. You're going to have 2 sheets of documents.
Oh, I see.
Most documents have only 2 spaces for 2 signatures, right? So why do you want to mess it up by adding a 3rd one in there? Rather just do a single document, and you can upload both the documents to SkySlope.
Okay.
To SkySlope, when you're doing a transaction, you can upload how many ever documents you want.
Right. Maybe it's just personal preference. I rather have all the document on 1 page.
Okay.
1 documents.
I hear you. If you do, then just don't go through the template process. Or you know what you could do is, I'll show you. Instead of here, you go to new envelope. This is now, again, DigiSign. So to your question, the 2 buyers have signed. Now Jesse needs to sign as the 3rd person. I'm going to click new envelope. I'm going to click no property. Now I can upload any document I want. Obviously, we did not download the previous document, but I can upload anything I want.
And then have Jesse sign it as a 3rd buyer.
Yeah. Let's say I do this, and then I go through next. and then me, or add a new person. Jesse. Save. And then boom, where do I want him to sign? What parts I want him to sign? And then you go through the same process again. But this will be manual because you didn't choose 3. Now, if you want to create 3 buyers, you do that.
Can you create a 3 buyer, 3rd buyer from a template, the original template?
Yeah, absolutely. You could go back in there and you go to the template. And when you click on the template, but it'll change the whole template forever unless you go there and remove the 3rd buyer. So if I want to add another role, purchaser, I'll add it. Now we have the 3rd buyer in there. But what that'll do is now we need to add a 3rd buyer in here.
You will erase the signature from 1st and then 2nd buyer. And
No, you won't erase anything. We're just adding a 3rd one here. Not that there's a line. We're just going to naturally create one and then just save it. And close. Now, if you watch in the template, now we have 3 buyers. You see here, we have set of 3 buyers. And when I click on it, I have 3 buyers. I didn't go through the whole documents to show you where I'm going to add a 3rd buyer, but I'm just giving you an idea. Now I can remove that. Next it. Oh, wait, did it go? Remove. Yes. Okay. Next. I'm going to save it. Close. So having a standard 2, now you can create multiple like these for 2 buyers, 3 buyers, for tenants, for listing agreements. Listing agreements mostly happens in person.
Right.
You know.
So the screen I'm looking at is a template that I can always go back and reuse it. Once you click that envelope to the right, that's where you move to the property.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So it's literally copying that template and then copying into my specific property address.
That's it. If you would already have put in your transaction or the address, like you have an active listing and these are the buyers connected to that,
right.
You can by default select that.
Okay.
You know, and go through that process. So it'll put it into that document section of that property. And then you could split it and assign it. Have you done a split and assign so far?
No, actually, before we go there, let's say we create a first template. Let's say we want to add a second templates for additional documents that we forgot. So we have to create that from the template and then bring that to the property address? Or we can do that within the property address?
You could do it within the property address. Let me understand your question correctly. So what you're saying, John, is you have a template that is standard cut and paste for everybody, right? But because it's a different neighborhood or a strategy, you need to add, let's say, 2 more documents.
Yeah.
I will not create a template for 2 more documents. I'll just have them signed separately and I'll upload it into the SKYSLOPE. Okay. You know, your template is something that you will use again and again and again and again. Any slight modifications of a document or 2, I'll handle it separately. I would not keep messing with the template. Okay.
So what you're saying is you can do that within your property and add more document and have them sign it.
Yeah, it's unlimited.
Okay.
It's unlimited. They want you to upload as many documents as you want, and truth be said, they look at every single one of them. And even if there's a check mark missing, you get an email saying, hey, there's a check mark missing.
Okay.
You know,
After they sign it, if I want to go back and modify the text, it will most likely erase the signature, or no?
you cannot modify after everybody
Oh,
signed.
because it becomes a PDF automatically after they
Yeah,
sign it.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking different way as because I use a dot loop. In dot loop, actually you get to see their live signature. If you try to modify something, it will erase their signature.
No, I don't think you can modify anything in here.
Because once your buyer or seller signs it, it's going to become a PDF file, so you won't be able to modify anything. So
Yep.
you have to go back to template and you reshare that with your buyer with the new documents.
Yep.
Okay. Um,
Now, have you uploaded a transaction so far to, obviously you have, John Lee.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Any
um,
questions on this?
I know last time you showed me how to break or bind all the PDF using
Yeah,
SkySlope. Or can you show us?
sure. So let's just use this one, okay? The one that you and Rena signed. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna download it. Okay. Now, let's say there's a transaction because I need to upload it. I'm gonna start with the transaction. And so let's pick an address. Let's see if there is a one Main Street in New York, that I'm gonna sell to you today.
신문용에 갖고 왔었죠.
Oh, there isn't one Main Street in New York, Okay. I'm just gonna choose this. All right, checklist type. What am I doing here? Residential sale, right? And let's say we put it as $1,000, let's just say, and personal referral, office lead, no, seller type, purchaser, year built, 1930. Now let's say your acceptance date, that all the contracts were accepted Friday, the closing happened Friday. Choose the date of closing, the date you are entering this into the system. You choose anything in the back, it's gonna give you an error. So just choose today's date, the date you're creating the transaction. And believe me, when they jump on it, they're gonna change the date when they see when the transaction closed. Okay, just choose the date you're closing and hit next. And it's pretty simple. Seller, whoever the name is, we'll use Jesse the seller. And that's it. We save his information. Then the purchaser, John, Rena. I'll give you their phone number is all zeros. Attorney. This is all basic stuff, right? Like you know how to do this. And you need an @sign here and a none.com. If I don't do that, it won't let me go to the next stage. You want to try that? You see, invalid email. So just put in an @ right. I'm giving you all the things that you're gonna probably run into. John. Oh, this is agent representing the other side. We'll put as Randy. Orders, and his phone number is all zeros with a 7. He's a 007 agent with EXP Realty, and I'm gonna save it. Lender information, obviously you'll put all that. I'm just gonna make it no all cash, so it becomes easier for us to go through the next page. And then I'm gonna submit it. Oh, they're gonna hate me for this, but let's go. I'm gonna submit it. Now, obviously, whatever the percentages here are, you wanna put, come on, ain't nobody getting 100%. 50-50. Referral type, if any, put in that information, upload the file. If not, just no referral, submit it. And there you go. This is what you need to fill out, right? Put all this information in. So what I'll go is to documents. And remember that file that we have sitting on the sidelines? I'm gonna upload that document, which we named John and Rena Full. I'm gonna press OK. See, this is the document I have here. Now I wanna split it. Hey, my love. Okay, put it here. I'll help you in a minute. Okay. All right, so this is the first document. Did you see what I did? I uploaded the document and I click on split. Now this is the wire fraud. So I'm just gonna type wire and I can get that document in. Once you start knowing which documents are to upload, you will know it. But the cool thing is if you click here and hit space, it'll open up all the different things that are open, okay? So the page 1 of 1 is a wire fraud document. I'm not too sure if you could read it. I can see this is the wire fraud doc. Then comes the window guard. This is New York City special. So I can hit space and I can go through too many spaces. I hit space once. Now I can find in here, where's the window guard? I don't see it. So it doesn't need requirement because this is not a tenant agreement.
But you can always add that if you want.
Right. So let's say this is actually, I'm glad this came up because now you're going to see how to skip a document. So in this case, I don't need number 2 page, right? I don't need page number 2. I'm going to jump to page number 3. Page number 3 is the New York State Housing and Anti-Discrimination Disclosure, and it's 2 sheets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to come here, I'm going to hit space, and I'm going to find that New York State Housing Agency. And there you go, housing. Now, if you know, we are skipping page number 2. You see here, it's giving me which page I'm looking at, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go to page number 3 and 4 is what I need to assign for this. So I'm going to choose here number 3 and number 4. So anything you want to skip, you just skip it like you don't want anything assigned to it. So this is the New York State Agency disclosure, right? Now, as I said, I can either hit spacebar, but I know these documents really well. So I'm just going to start typing AGE. There you go. New York State Agency. It's 5 and 6. So 5 and 6 go for New York State Agency. This is a listing agreement. Listing. No, we're representing buyers. So there's no listing need for listing here. L. Nope, that's correct. So we'll skip all those pages and then we'll go to lease writer. You won't have that. Fair housing, you don't have that. Carbon, CAR. There you go. Smoke alarm. Just type in the few letters that the document will have and you'll find it. See, now we're going to skip all those different pages and jump to number 11. And we got to make this 11. I got to match. So that page starts there and it ends there. Then we have the COVID. So I'm going to type in COV and I'll get the COVID disclosure 12 to 12. Then we have the lead-based paint, LEA 13 of 13. And then we got, this is the COVID disclosure, screening. Oh, so 15. This will be 14 and 15. Now we're on 16. This is the bed bug. We don't need it. We're going to skip it. This is affiliate, AFF, affiliate business. It's going to be 17 and 18. And that's the end of the document. Now I'm going to do is split and assign it. And what it's going to do, it's going to break that document down into the pages, and it's going to assign those pages to those particular. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the checklist, and here, everything that we have uploaded is now in yellow for review. You click on this, you'll be able to see what you uploaded there. You see how it's only these 2 docs. It's not the whole set. Lead-based paint, I'm going to click on the attachment. It's going to give me just the lead-based paint, nothing else. You see that? Now MLS sold out, right? Let's say this is one of the documents I want to upload. I'm in checklist. I could just do, this is the MLS full blown, attach. I'm going to go to upload document. Now it's going to go into my document saved. And recently, what did I just sell? 19 Dickinson, no. Yeah, there you go, MLS sold. I'm just going to choose that, and I don't need to assign or anything. It automatically uploaded in there. You see that? So if there's any off documents that you want to upload in there, that's what you will do, is you will individually do it. And that's pretty much it. And then you copy your check, commission, whatever, all those documents, you upload them. And anything that's not applicable, I'll just type in not NA. Oh, sorry. NA, and I'll save it. So it'll remember you that you left this comment at this time not applicable. Sometimes you will also see that Team SKYSLOPE will respond from downstairs. The team will say, need this document or make these corrections on these documents. And if you have any explanation to do, you go ahead and do it over here in that box. Cool. Any questions here?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Can I delete it?
Yes.
Anybody? Jesse, Rena, any questions?
Change the design program here. I show people. On the top line, I cannot see it anymore. The design program. Can you
over here?
So sorry. At the first step, I'm not here, so I don't know how to get in the design program.
Yeah, Jesse, we recorded this session.
Okay.
So yeah, we can share the video and you can watch the beginning.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you just click EXP Realty and you will get DigiSign right here.
Yeah.
And this is from SKYSLOPE. You have to have access to SKYSLOPE from the enterprise, and then you come here. But we'll share the video. Like John said, I'm going to stop recording. Give me 1 second. Hope this video was helpful.